P2B have come to raise alarm that APC government is after his life, that he might not be alive even before the next election reaches, that what APC government are doing to him is alarming. He has said that they are after my life. Every single thing I do for a living, the government is deliberately frustrating it. The government is attacking me personally. They are not even providing me with things I should be entitled to. And he also said that breaking P2B says he may not be alive to contest the poll, alleging that the government is frustrating activities and targeting opposition figures. Tell me what P2B have done just because he's an opposition. APC government are so scared of P2B. They know that this man has a force that can remove Tinubu, able with rigging. And he also said that the way things are going, I might not be alive soon. P2B raises alarm, claims Tinubu government is after his life. Because tell me why everybody on Channels TV, Arrest News, that are APC person, they only come out to cook up lies against P2B. One said that P2B is trying to divide Nigeria. And this was the narrative they used to arrest Nnamdi Kanu. That Nnamdi Kanu want to divide Nigeria. Now they've come with the same narrative that P2B want to divide Nigeria because they have a motive. They want to paint P2B black, that P2B wants to divide Nigeria, which is a lie, so that they might use it and hold against him. And here I said that every single thing I do for a living, Tinubu government is deliberately frustrating it. P2B raises alarm that he might not even be alive in the next election, because the way this APC government are doing, they are so scared of opposition. They want to destroy democracy in Nigeria. And you could imagine Tinubu was among those that claim to build democracy in Nigeria, but his government are the ones that are trying to destroy democracy in Nigeria. So guys, watch the video from P2B and then let me get your views in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe so you guys may this video.
The way they are going now, truly.
Yes. So there's a possibility you may not be a candidate based on how.
Not even a candidate. I might not even be alive. I'm telling you. Every single thing I do for a living, this government is frustrating it. Deliberately so. Everything. So there's even possibility if they have opportunity, I will not be alive.
Oh wow, that's a big.
It's an accusation. I know I get frustration every day because you do things that you think they will be normal. It is not normal any longer. They will come directly and say, "Oh, we're doing this," but you could see their hand in everything.
So the government is attacking you personally.
They're attacking everybody who is in opposition personally.
Right.
I'm being attacked personally. Everything, even to provide me with necessary things that I should have been entitled to. Not at all. I had a case recently at the airport.
Okay.
Where people who work in the airport came and locked my car. And I said, it's me. The person on the side said, it doesn't care. But I said, look at the cars of other people. And you could see them talking to each other, you know, as if, who is this one? We have divided the country, breeding hatred among us. That's why I keep saying, I want to bring back unity where there's division. I want to show love, compassion, care. It's gone out of here. I said, I'm looking at somebody. He locked my car in front of me and saying, you're not supposed to park here. But there's cars here. So what is the exception to my own? Through the Anansi people I know at the airport, they will not greet me. Because they are fearing that if they greet me,
they become targets of the government.
Thank you. And I have people send me invitation and say, my son, my daughter is wedding, but please don't call.
Why do some of Nigerian politicians still have this kind of mindset when they still want this country to unite as one? Why is it that anytime Igbo person want to become president of this country, want to contest for the presidency of this country, you guys will bring the issue of civil war. You guys will bring the issue of Biafra. You guys will making it look as if that whenever Igbo person become the president of this country, his first intention is to divide the country. Why is it like this? It's same you guys that introduce no victor, no vanquish by Yakubu Gowon, which means that as the war have ended, that no side should be treated as defeated enemy. That we should forget about what happened in the war and unite as one. Now, what is now happening? How can we now unite as one, but Igbos can never produce president in this country? How can we now unite as one, and you guys see profile Igbo people as people that have intention of dividing this country? Why would this Ali Modu Sheriff be talking this kind of rubbish to Peter Obi? So you want Peter Obi to condemn Biafra? You want Peter Obi to tag Biafra a terrorist tribe, a terrorist group? You want Peter Obi to denounce Biafra before he will become the president of this country? You want Peter Obi to condemn Biafra before he will have enough rights to contest and become the president of this country? Before he will have enough rights to ask Tinubu to resign because Tinubu failed to perform his duty as president of this country? Because Tinubu was once asking Jonathan to resign because Jonathan failed to secure life and property. The same as Peter Obi is now asking Tinubu to resign, step down, because he failed to secure life and property too. Now this Ali Modu Sheriff is now saying that Peter Obi is not qualified to ask Tinubu to resign or to become the president of Nigeria because he never condemned Biafra. As Hausa people get Ariwa, Yoruba people go Oduduwa, now so Igbo people get Biafra. So you want Peter Obi to denounce his own people, to condemn his own group, his own tribe, because he want to come and serve Nigeria. This is one problem of Nigeria, Southeastern governors, Southeastern politicians. All these people, they see them as their slave. That's why they always instruct them to go and be buying their people to please them. That's what his Soludo is doing. Using his Udogachi people to go after Eastern Security Network, to come be buying his people to please his masters. So you want Peter Obi to denounce Biafra, to condemn Biafra, to tag Biafra a terrorist tribe, because he want to come and serve Nigeria. He want to come and become slave to Nigeria. All of them are mad. Anyway, listen to this stupid human being.
Heard what Mr. Peter Obi has said. He's asking President Tinubu to resign or step aside. Do you think that's just reasonable to do, considering that President Tinubu at the time was also asking Goodluck Jonathan to step aside?
You know, Sean, Peter Obi is the most unqualified person to make such a statement.
Really?
Yes.
As an opposition figure?
Not only that, I want to take you back. This country, Nigeria, today fought a civil war. Our leaders in this country sacrificed their life to fight a civil war to keep the country one. Both leaders from the north and the south. The cause of this war was demand by then Namdi, by then Ojukwu, to succeed the country. Peter Obi, up to this moment, he is pursuing division of Nigeria.
How?
How? Because,
is that right? I mean,
because
what evidence do you have to say that?
He believes in Biafra. He never condemned Biafra. He never condemned iPod.
Is Biafra a bad thing?
Biafra is secession. Our country leaders fought to keep the country together. He wants to divide Nigeria.
How will someone who wants to be president of Nigeria thinking of dividing Nigeria? What is that your assertion?
He should deny. He should come out to this station and say he doesn't believe in division of the country. He should deny. I am confronting, telling him this is what he stood for. And Nigeria in 2026, today, we have gone past that long time ago. Because our leaders today, Nigerian leaders, a lot of them are having bullet wounds in their body. People like Obasanjo, General Yakubu Gawan, T.Y. Danjuma, late General Shua, late General Abacha, all of them have a bullet wound in their body.
in order for Nigeria to be together. Anybody aspiring to lead Nigeria must be someone who stands for Nigeria, not for any section.
So because Peter Obi is an opposition to Bola Tinubu,
not about
you don't think that...
no. There are a lot of people that are in opposition to Bola Tinubu. A lot of people are wanted to be president. I never accused them of such. But he never condemned. Up to today, in eastern Nigeria, those that wanted to divide the country are calling for sit-up.
Is definitely wrong somewhere. I don't mean to be a bearer of bad tales, but good morning, trenches. Please help me tell who you can tag in the comment section. If APC can send an Ali Modu Sheriff, someone who has been accused of being linked with terrorism over and over again, they can send him to a national telly to go and speak against the Peter Obi. Something is definitely wrong somewhere. And I'm going to say this one time. If you are a Nigerian, you are a Nigerian, both home and abroad, you should be worried. You should be fidgeting. You should be scared. Yeah, you don't know him. I don't want to shout. Ooh, you remember Chibok girls? Oh yes, when they kidnapped the Chibok girls. You see this man, yeah, his name was mentioned. Not by a Nigerian, but by this man right here. Yes, this man was one of the negotiators for the release of Chibok girls. He said that his people, the people he was talking to, top politicians that are close to the Boko Haram, those who actually, you know, I'm going to put the article up here. And he mentioned the former governor. Guess the former governor. Guess now, Ali Modu Sheriff. You know when person they tell you say, oh, person when they talk to get level to the people. Don't worry, you know the politicians. We see the person here. That is the same person going on TV to talk about Peter Obi. These guys are so scared in security might end if Peter Obi comes in. They are so scared. For them to send an Ali Modu Sheriff in a same country, this man will be in jail. In a same country. What's the name of this EFCC chairman? He will be roasting his brokers day and night. But no, he would rather carry me. He would rather carry me. This man, two-time governor of Borno State, was alleged to have mismanaged 300 billion. When you talk about the insecurity in the north, these are the people that should be grieved. Hey, sorrow. I saw the interview yesterday. I shock. I would prefer a Sheikh Gumi over this man. Nah, Nigeria is not a real place. That's why I tell you again. If you are a Nigerian right now in 2026, you are watching an Ali Modu Sheriff, you should be worried. You should be scared. The Desiani posting this corrupt. You know Desiani, this woman now, and even if you can do it, we don't understand. Desiani money touching hand, 450 million. But you keep saying that, oh, they investigated, no conviction. That is the problem of Nigeria, because these people don't get convicted, the crimes repeat in a circle. And tomorrow they become our heroes. Look at Ali Modu Sheriff in television. They're supposed to wipe a code. I'm in a public space. I'm disgusted. In fact, if I did not have confidence in Peter Obi before, now I know there's something there. These people are desperately chasing. You too. In fact, if you not get belief before, now you're supposed to body. Because if Ali Modu Sheriff can be granted an interview, we are close. Hopefully, our youth, we add their voices and explain Ali Modu Sheriff to us. Somebody say we move. I'm not talking about the PDP or no. I just scatter PDP. Oh, PDP governors will tell you. Even young friends, they shock saying the television, they talk about Obi. This bunch of dingbats. These are people that should be incarcerated. These are not humans that should walk among us. When you talk about the crisis we face, you want to trace down to the roots. These are people that should not go free. I can't even believe I had to come outside to make this video. I had to come outside from inside. Because if an Ali Modu Sheriff can be restless enough to go to the telly. Hey.
Hello and welcome. My name is Magnus Oraka, and this is Woto TV. You know, let's be very honest with ourselves. There are people somewhere who have vowed that the status quo must remain, that an Igbo man will never be president. Let's underline that. And this man you see in the picture is a former governor of Borno State, Senator Modu Sheriff. He said that Peter Obi is not fighting to become the president of this country, but is fighting for Biafra. That he has not condemned IPOB, that he wants to split Nigeria. And trust me, this is a narrative that has been handed down to generations of youths in the north. That is why most northern youths don't want to vote for an Igbo candidate. But let me break all that, Senator Modu Sheriff. My name is Magnus Oraka. I schooled in the University of Maiduguri when you were the governor of Borno State. I want to tell you, Senator Modu Sheriff, I was taking a motorbike. I was looking for somewhere in the house. And we meandered through some roads, and I saw one mighty fence painted all in gold. Pure gold plated. The whole wall was gold plated. In fact, everywhere in the house is gold. That was then. That was way back, early 90s, 91, 90 or 91. Way back. And all the people around you are living in poverty. The houses there are not even compared to 1% of the cost of your house. I understand that the mosque in your house, you use 500 million naira to build it. That's some billions of naira now. Now, let us face your comment that Peter Obi is fighting for Biafra. First, you make the name Biafra look as if it's demonic. An Arewa man will call himself Arewa, no problem. A Yoruba man will call himself Odudua, no problem. An Igbo man will call himself Biafra. Oh, all hell broke loose. There's nothing wrong with being a Biafran. That is the identity that they've chosen to call themselves. That is the identity they call themselves. Just as the Hausa man have identified themselves as Arewa, that is how the Yoruba man has identified himself as Odudua. They have chosen to identify themselves as Biafra. I don't see a problem with that. Now, is Peter Obi coming to fight for Biafra? Hell no. Certainly not. That Peter Obi didn't condemn IPOB. The fact that you condemn IPOB does not mean every Igbo man should condemn IPOB. IPOB, for starters, they are not terrorist group. IPOB don't go to church and bomb church. IPOB don't strap bombs on their body. They don't leave southeast to go to other people's land to go and say, no, we want to claim and drive people off their land. Your narrative cannot be our narrative. That the federal government proscribed IPOB as terrorists, but has since today refused to proscribe Boko Haram, ISWAP, Takarawa, whatever, as terrorist group. I mean, come on now. You cannot force your narrative on us. For me, I may not like the ways of IPOB, but they are a secessionist group who feels marginalized and want a country of their own. They are not saying Nigeria must be their country. No, they want part of Nigeria. But because the likes of you, Senator Modu Sheriff, believe that every single part of Nigeria belongs to your caliphate, your power brokers group, you want the Igbos, the Yorubas, everybody to be under you. Whether you like it or not. If it has been stated somewhere that an Igbo man cannot be present, then everything IPOB is fighting for, I support 100%. Everything IPOB represents, I support it 100%. I am not a slave in my own country, and certainly no northerner can claim to be superior to me. What, lie? It cannot work. Peter Obi is not coming to fight for Biafra as a Nigerian president. Peter Obi is not going to declare IPOB as terrorists just because the North said IPOB is terrorists. The real terrorists are the one going into bushes, and the real terrorists are the one taking our families into the bushes. They are the one blowing up churches, blowing up mosques, blowing themselves up, disturbing the peaceful state of the nation. Those are terrorists. IPOB are simply asking for their own country. And you said no. Okay, let us live together. You said no. Let everybody have equal opportunity to rule this country. You said no. It must be a case of master-servant, where the North are the ones ruling, the rest of us are slaves. Now you're having a taste of your own medicine from Tinubu. How it be? Well, I'm not going to say much. Whether you like it or not, Peter Obi is the solution to bringing Nigerians together. And that we want. Peter Obi for president. My name is...
As this oppositions are being threatened in Nigeria is alarming. You can imagine P2B coming out to say that his life is at stake because he's just an opposition. And people might think that this is a lie. This is P2B coming out clear. You can see his face. He has been frustrated. He has been humiliated in Nigeria because he's just an opposition. This man is a billionaire that can as well leave Nigeria and go and live elsewhere. And he will be accepted by any government today in the whole world. But because of the love he has for Nigeria, he decided to be in Nigeria to say that Nigeria works. But here he is being frustrated by the APC government. Imagine P2B coming out to say by himself that he might not even be alive because of the way these APC governments are going. They are seriously frustrating everything P2B does. P2B is a very high-class person in Nigeria. He's a respected man in the whole world. So why is APC trying everything possible to frustrate him? Because this is a shameful thing. This is alarming that the APC government are trying to frustrate Peter Obi, trying to even threaten his life. We have seen many times that they will come out with a narrative that P2B is a liar, P2B is this one, P2B is that one, because they don't want P2B to be on the ballot. P2B said that he might not even be alive before the pool. Nigerians, let's stand up for our rights, because if this happens, if Obi is being taken out, believe me, Nigeria will scatter. Nigeria might scatter if P2B is taken out by this APC government, because it's now alarming. Assuming that he not come out to speak out, we will not even know what is passing through, because it's very clear how APC government, they takes out anything that will be an obstacle. They will sack you once they know that you are going to expose them. They will sack you once they know you are speaking against them. They will arrest you and put in prison. They don't want anybody speaking against them because they know that they're benefiting more in everything happening in Nigeria. Tell me why somebody will come out and say that P2B wants to divide Nigeria, and that same person have been accused to be the one that imported Boko Haram in Nigeria, but that person have not been arrested. Nothing has been done to the person, but he came out publicly to call up P2B. This is annoying to see happening in Nigeria, where our democracy is about to be destroyed. Meanwhile, guys, let me get your views in the comment. Please don't forget to subscribe to this video.